Hi everyone, it's Debbie with Book and Bujo. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to go over the 13 chunky books that I want to read in 2026. I have quite a few chunky books on my shelves, on my Kindle, and just ones that I'm excited to read, so on my want to read list. And I decided this is the year I want to try and start reading those. What is a chunky book to me? So a big book to me is over 400 pages. Most people think of chunky books as being over 500 or so, but I capped mine at 600 and above. So anything over 600 pages is what I'm going to count as a chunky book for this list. The first book is a random one I ended up picking up at the library. I think I got this one in the quarter section, and it looked kind of interesting. And this one is one of the shorter books on my list, and it's 626 pages. And apparently it was a gift to someone, like birthday gift or something to someone. It's all signed on the inside. And the book is The Ruins of Evermore, The Timelight Awakenings by David J. Sakari. I think that's how you say it. But the cover is really cool. The back of it looks interesting. Why is she climbing up this wall? What is happening? But it looks kind of cool, and I want to give it a shot, see what I think. So book number 1 is The Ruins of Evermore. Book number 2 is actually the second book in a series. And I started the first book, actually I think it might have been, it was either early in 2025 or end of 2024. I really need to get to it because he's one of my favorite authors. He's an auto-buy author, and that is David Estes. And the book is Heartsworn, the second book in the Forsworn Oath series. And it's a 5-book series. I own all the ones that have been published. There's still 1 or 2 left, and I just pre-ordered the next book in the series. So I really want to get to it. And this one is 818 pages. The next book on my list has been on my shelves for quite a while. At least a year and a half, somewhere in the maybe longer. Yeah, it may be coming up on 2 years for this one, but I really want to get to it, and that is The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu. I do want to finish the Dandelion Dynasty in 2026, and this one is a stunning edition from the Broken Binding. And this one clocks in at 600. Oh, this one actually might be my smallest one. This one clocks in at 623 pages. Number 4 on my list is War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. And this one is a whopping 1,705 pages. A bit ambitious. We'll see how it goes. I've liked other books by Leo Tolstoy, so hopefully I'll like this one. Next up is another classic that I would like to actually read. I've seen movies and I know, references, and I kind of know what it's about, but I haven't actually read it. And that is Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. Book number 6 is another one that's been on my shelves, but kind of in this little hole here. But I haven't had this one quite as long as the Dandelion Dynasty, and that is Magician by Raymond E. Feist, and again, this beautiful Broken Binding edition. And this one is 845 pages. Magician is part of the Rift War Saga series, the first book in that series. Next up is another ebook, and that is Herald, the first book in the God Eater series, and this one is by Rob J. Hayes, and is 794 pages. Book number 8 is the first book in the Lycanus trilogy, and that is The Shadow of What Was Lost by James Islington. And this one is 694 pages. Next up, you can kind of see I have the first 3 books in the series here, but this one is book 6 out of 7. I want to read Lightbringer by Pierce Brown, part of the Red Rising series, and that one is 682 pages. And I kind of would like to do a reread of the whole series, but I want to wait until my husband has time to read them with me, because I think that is a series he would absolutely love. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into Lightbringer and hope I remember everything that happened previously. Book number 10 is another classic, and that is The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and that one is 824 pages. I've heard some great things about this one, and I can't wait to read it myself. I've loved previous books by Dostoevsky, and I look forward to jumping into this one. Book number 11 is The Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett, and this is another quarter book I got from the library. Actually, I think this might have been $1. Yeah, this one was $1. And I was so excited to get into this one. I've heard so many good things about it, and I love a good chunky fantasy. And this one clocks in at 1,007 pages. It's a good size. Now, I'm also trying to read down a lot of the books that are on my Kindle, which means my number 12 spot is another Kindle book. And I don't really know a whole lot about this one either. I think this is another one I got during the Stuff Your Kindle days. And so I just kind of thought the cover was cool and had like a quick one sentence thing that sounded interesting. And that is Reign of Shadows and Endings. It's part of the Legacy series by Melissa K. Rowich. But the cover is stunning. It's very beautiful. And I don't really know much else about it besides the fact that it is 670 pages. And then lastly, another book that has been on my shelves for a while, this hole right here, and that is Mother of Learning, Arc 2 by Domagoj Kermiak. Now, I loved the first book. It was so cute. It was so fun. It was entertaining. It was just a delight to read. I loved it. And these ones are kind of a progression fantasy. And I am so excited to get into the second book. And this one is 662 pages. And if I finish this one, hopefully I can get into arcs 3 and 4, which I also have on my shelves. And this one is the Kickstarter edition. All right, so that is my, I don't even have all of them physically, and this is already really heavy. So this is the 13 chunky books that I want to read in 2026, including The Brothers Karamazov and Lightbringer and Don Quixote. So wish me luck, and if you would like to join me in reading any of these chunky books, I'm gonna put this down because it's really heavy, let me know, and we can set up a buddy read on Fable. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you made it this far in the video, leave some type of a flower emoji or a moon emoji to let me know that you are here. And until next time, keep reading. Bye!